Hello and welcome to today's video. This video is awesome because we're going to be looking at the Tabletop Ready range from Battlefield Accessories. Now, the team at Battlefield Accessories kindly sent me a care package for me to review and put it on the channel for you guys, and I'm so glad they did because this stuff is pre-printed. It's wooden, it's MDF, it's pre-printed not just on the exterior but on the interior as well, which we will see in just a moment. It comes in 15mm, 20mm and 28mm, and there's a variety of different buildings, cottages, fences, rivers, churches, etc. Now, if you do like this video and you end up buying some of the Tabletop Ready range, then you can go in the search bar, type in Painting Panzers, and you will be able to find the Painting Panzers paint holder. On there, if you go ahead and hit that to your cart, it does say it's $9 Australian, but don't worry, as long as you're buying something from the Tabletop Ready range, whether that be 15mm, 20mm or 28mm, you can get that for free by simply putting in the discount code Painting Panzers, all lowercase, all one word, hit apply, and then that pot holder is free. Now, they sent me some 20mm buildings as well as a 28mm village house. So we're gonna have a look at this village house. It costs $25 Australian, which is really, really cheap for a building that you can slap together in literally 15 to 20 minutes, and it is ready to go. There's no painting, there's nothing required. Now, obviously you can jazz them up and give it a little bit more love and make it look a little bit better, add stuff on the outside, maybe base it, give it flock around the outer edge of the building, etc, etc. But yeah, as it goes, if you just want something just to whack on the table straight away, I mean, just look how good that is. That is a flat surface, but the texture on the building looks like it's a texture. Now, I did say the interior of these buildings are pre-printed, which is the case. This comes in two sheets, so the outer part of the building you assemble, and then you assemble the inner part and you slide it in. However, with this 20mm two-story shop that we're about to see now, which costs $30 Australian, this was pre-printed front and back of this MDF sheet, so it just comes as one kit, which is just awesome. And it is a shop, so it's unbelievable that you've got what looks to be I think there's like an ice cream or something. You can see that it is a shop. It's not just a random shop building, but nothing inside of there. So they've really gone to the extremes to making sure that this looks legit. It is an actual shop, and by God does it look good. And then when we flip it over, that is the interior of the house as well. So that is just so cool. Then we can go ahead and have a look at some of the ruined houses that they sent. This is a $30 selection. You get free houses, and all the instructions to building these are on their YouTube channel, as well as their photos on their website. You can work it out pretty quickly. I didn't really have any issues assembling these, and I didn't use their YouTube channel, but I really would recommend using it. There was a couple of times I was a bit like, oh, I'm a bit unsure here. Now, this is my absolute favorite. This is the church, and it's in 20mm, but it is $95, so it is a bit expensive, but it is worth every single penny or cent, depending on where you are. The first thing for me is this stained glass windows. It just looks so cool. And they've gone to the levels of giving you a variety of saints on that glass as well, which is just awesome. I mean, the attention to detail, it really, really is great. And all these little extra details just really make it worthwhile. There is a protective film on the front and back of these, so you can peel that off, and then they're nice and shiny. And they look very, very nice indeed. If you put a candle inside of a glowing candle, one of those electric ones inside of the church, it gives it an awesome look to it. Now you can see that it comes with a base, so it's actually got a fence that runs along the outside, which we'll see in a little bit. The church is huge, and it can fit a lot of infantry in there. We've got the graves as well as the path going around the church. And then we can see we've got the different parts that are required for it. This church did take a little bit longer because there is a lot to it. I think it probably took about an hour and a half to 2 hours to assemble properly, making sure I wasn't putting super glue on those stained glass windows, because for me that's just, perfect. We can see that on the outer edge of some of those fences and walls, we've got some wear on them, like a few stains coming down, and we've got some of that hedging or moss growing up the side of it. So if you did want to add some of your own textures to it or foliage, you can use those as reference, and you can really make this this pre-printed terrain pop and make it look even more realistic. So you can see the towers have the cross in them as well, and we've got the cutouts for that stained glass window. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you how easy it is to assemble this 20mm shop. Now you can just pop these out. There's literally like 2 tabs on each part holding it in place. If you want to use the Stanley just to get it off properly, opposed to just manhandling it like I am, then yeah, I would recommend doing that. There's a few times you need to. There's a really thin bit of wood here holding these bits together, so I had to use my knife to get them off. It's obviously a much better practice. It's a much more precise practice than just trying to rip it off by hand. But if you're a bit lazy and you're really not too fussed, then that's fine. The reason I'm not too fussed is because I'm going to go ahead and amend these in the future in terms of paint them up, give them their own little texture, etc. Paint them up more. When I mean paint them up, I mean like just fill in some areas where like there's a bit of that dark MDF wood where 2 parts meet, where it's not a uniform color around the building. So we can get rid of all of that. We can add in some texture, some flock and foliage and stuff. Now I'm just having a look at how it fits, making sure that it looks right. Now I'm using super glue, which ordinarily with MDF I'd probably use PVA, but I wanted to see how quickly could I assemble this, and I think it just works so much better. As I said, this took less than 15 minutes by the time I got everything off, trimmed it all down, and that, yeah, 15 minutes from start to finish. So it's just really easy. And just look how cool it's coming together. I mean, if you threw in like a table or a couple of chairs or something, you could really give that a fun look inside. You're not going to do that obviously for wargaming, but it adds just another layer. I really hate when you go to those MDF buildings that are painted on the outside but there's nothing on the inside. And this is how it looks. So if you're somebody that wants to take really good photos of your action shots and stuff, then this is the sort of thing you want. This pre-printed terrain, it really is worth every dollar. And then there we go, we've got a 20mm figure inside of there. It's pretty hard to see at this sort of look down, but yeah, he's in there. He's plenty of room to fit loads more in there. I mean, you could probably fit what, say 9 stands of infantry in there comfortably, and these are the 20mm bases from bolt action as well. So yeah, really does fit in there nicely. And then we've got a better view of the church now. So this is how the church has come together. It's not fully finished yet. I didn't put the actual raised bit of the graves on properly, but I wanted to get a shot of how it all looked. And then there we go. See how that stained glass window really does come into its own when the light hits it in certain angles. It's just going to look so cool. Put a few church pews in there and you'll be laughing. Here's that 20mm hut with the windows open, which is great. I thought I wanted just to see how it would look with some 20mm figures in there, just because I was like, I wonder if I could use this for 20mm. And here we go. This guy is crouching, so it's probably not doing this justice, but I reckon you could use the 28mm buildings with your 20mm figures. These are AB figures, so yeah, interesting. But yeah, awesome tabletop ready buildings and terrain from the guys at Battlefield Accessories. So please, if you are into this sort of thing and you want to get some new buildings for your table, do go and check them out. All of their information will be left in the video description. And don't forget, you can get that paint holder for free as long as you buy some of the Tabletop Ready range. You only have to buy one thing, you can get it for free. Huge thank you goes out to my patrons, YouTube channel members, as well as Battlefield Accessories for sending these samples. Special mention goes out to Oscar and Patrick for being those Panzer Aces. I'm going to leave it here, guys, and I will catch you at the next one.